The United Nations Security Council did not adopt a draft resolution on Friday, September 19th, to permanently lift sanctions on Iran, but Tehran and key European powers still have 8 days to try and agree to a delay. The 15-member UN Security Council was required to vote on the draft resolution on Friday after Britain, France, and Germany launched a 30-day process on August 28th to reimpose UN sanctions, accusing Tehran of failing to abide by a 2015 deal with world powers that aimed to prevent it from developing a nuclear weapon. Iran denies having any such intention. Russia, China, Pakistan, and Algeria voted in favor of the draft text on Friday. 9 members voted against and 2 abstained. The Security Council vote has now set up a week of intense diplomacy, while world leaders, including Iran's President Masoud Pezeshkian, are in New York for the annual high-level UN General Assembly. The door for diplomacy is not closed, but it will be Iran, not adversaries, who decide with whom and on what basis to engage, Iran's UN ambassador Amir Saeed Iravani told reporters after the vote. Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araqchi will meet with his European counterparts in New York next week on the sidelines of the UN General Assembly, he said, adding that Friday's divided vote showed there was no consensus in the Council. Britain, France, and Germany have offered to delay reinstating sanctions for up to 6 months to allow space for talks on a long-term deal on Tehran's nuclear program. If Iran restores access for UN nuclear inspectors, addresses concerns about its stock of enriched uranium, and engages in talks with the United States. Without these most basic conditions being met, there is no clear path to a swift diplomatic solution, Britain's UN ambassador Barbara Woodward told the Council. We are ready for further engagements diplomatically in the next week and beyond to seek to resolve differences. Any delay on reimposing sanctions would require a Security Council resolution. If a deal on an extension can't be reached by the end of September 27th, then all UN sanctions will be reimposed. Acting U.S. Ambassador Dorothy Shea said that while the U.S. voted no on Friday, it does not impede the possibility of real diplomacy, adding that a return of sanctions on Iran does not preclude later removal through diplomacy. More importantly, President Trump has continued to reiterate the United States' ongoing readiness for meaningful, direct, and time-bound dialogue with Iran, be it prior to the conclusion of the snapback process on September 27th or after, she told the Council. French UN Ambassador Jérôme Bonnafont said that since the 30-day process, known as snapback was triggered, the foreign ministers of Germany, France, and Britain had met twice with their Iranian counterpart. Our hand remains outstretched to find a negotiated solution, he told the Council before the vote. Separately, Iran's strategic allies, Russia and China, finalized a draft Security Council resolution late last month that would extend the 2015 deal for 6 months and urge all parties to immediately resume negotiations. But they have not yet asked for a vote. Russia and China, which are also parties to the 2015 Iran nuclear deal, have both rejected the Europeans' bid to reimpose UN sanctions on Iran.